hygiene begins with you and me. That's why today I have on my show two great gentlemen. Like I said before, I went on the breather. I have two great men in my studio today, and then they'll be talking about their foundation and then some things that they're embarking on that we believe are great initiatives. I have Cornelius John, who is the director of Maven Foundation, and I have Paul Winter, who is a volunteer. So, gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to start with the director since you are the volunteer. So, Mr. Director, or John, tell us about Maven Foundation.
Thank you.
Okay.
Maven Foundation was established in 2013.
Okay.
Wasn't officially registered within that time, but in 2017 we decided to register it officially.
Okay.
And our main goal is to wield the word with wit. So in this particular process, we kind of focus on building kids' self-esteem.
Okay.
So as we build kids' self-esteem, we decide to use the pattern of the recycling team, because a very dirty environment, kids' self-esteem can't be built within that particular environment.
Yeah.
So we bring in the recycling team to use to like educate the kids so that we can be able to keep our environment clean and build the self-esteem of kids at the same time. And we knowing about the climate change and the disasters that plastic waste have been causing in our society, health-wise and different kind of ways, we decide to like focus on the young generation, which are our young kids that are like 20% of our present day. We know that they are 100% of our future, so we focus on them so that they would be able to bring this particular message up and be able to take action, so that it wouldn't just we wouldn't destroy the health. That's just the whole thing about maybe not.
Oh, okay. So I learned you're having an activity. Can you tell us about some of these activities that you do? I know this person is a volunteer, so I would get to him very soon. I want to know why he's a volunteer and what is he volunteering to do. But before that, let's talk about your activity.
We are having a carnival. We call it the Maven Carnival.
Okay.
And it's happening within Kaswa, as is. From Kaswa to Ofakor, we have different schools that are working with us.
Okay.
We have the Streams in the Desert, Royal Seed, Palace Gold, and we have our own school, which we educate kids from the community for free.
On waste and how to recycle?
As in the whole school, it's like a full school running on its own.
Okay.
And we also introduce them to waste disposal and recycling and all that. But it's not just about waste, but it's like the whole round education of a kid.
They have like a timetable. They go to school, they study.
The new curriculum, we are working with it. We even work with like curriculums from Khan Academy, and we have new things that we are bringing into the system. Just different way of educating the kid. We don't use games. We are abolishing a lot of things that has been in the traditional educational system, and we are kind of bringing in something totally new for these kids. We focus more on like bringing out the genius in kids, because we understand that each of these kids have a genius residing in them, and that's our focus. It's not a garbage in, garbage out kind of system. So that's what we are doing with our kids at Emirate Palace. We call it Emirate Palace because we want the kids to feel like prince and princesses. So it's Maven Art Academy, but we also call it Emirate Palace.
I see. So let me get to your volunteer. How long have you been in Ghana?
I've been here since August last year, so like 6 months. About.
So what have you volunteered to do? Why are you a volunteer?
Well, I think I came to Ghana just like to experience Africa, or like another experience. I've been to the USA before. When I was in high school, and now like after finishing school I wanted to do something new and also like help people. And I was really lucky like to be in Ghana, and most especially to be in this project, because like since the start, this project has been awesome. The funny thing like about the carnival is Cornelius came into our office. Our office is like in Kassoa or Farquhar side, and he was telling us like a story like from his heart. And then afterwards, like we came up with this thing like he wants to do something for the environment, and he wants to get the kids attached to it, because the kids, like the whole problem with the environment, the kids, if we want to really tackle this problem, we have to tackle it from the roots. And as he said, the kids are, or our students are 100% of the future, not even only for Ghana, for like the whole world. I think like we have to tackle it there.
So tell me what's happening on the day of the carnival. What are some of the activities that are going to happen?
Okay, so we're really excited about this. We have been planning it for long. We're gonna meet with about like 400 kids from 4 different schools, volunteers, and at 6:30 at the Kassoa Access branch.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna walk to like a roundabout. There's going to be performances, like a band playing. And most especially what we are most proud of, I think, is that every kid has made their own bags of like pure water or dresses, or they've been so creative with them.
Oh, they've made dresses and bags out of sachet water.
Out of sachet water. They picked it up from like with our school. How we did it is we went out with the kids, we picked 10 kids up, we walked around the community and picked up the sachets, and even like people from the community were helping us. We were so glad, and they picked them up, we got to wash them, and then we like taught them how to sew with them. And from there on, the kids just started to went off. Like they made bags, like real school bags, like in one day. We didn't expect that at all, but it has been awesome. Like.
No, you teach them how to make these bags and these dresses out of the sachet bags in your school?
Yes, we do it in our school. We also do it with other schools. Last 2 weeks we were even in Elmina. We worked with about 6 different schools at Elmina, Colrangos, the Elmina High School and all that. So we did this with other volunteers at Elmina, and we have been doing it like consistently in Kassoa, in our school and the other schools too. We go there, show the kids how to do it, and the kids have really been creative with it. Like they just like step up. We just show them the basis of it and the step up and just.
We let like one kid come to the front, and he draws like something, or we tell him, okay, maybe you should do a wallet. And he's like drawing it, and then all of a sudden, like all the kids are like starting, and
So aside these bags and these dresses, are there other things that kids can make, or people in general can make out of poly bags or sachet rubbers? Are there other things? Are there other products that they can be made out of?
Yes, we always expect the kids to be really creative. We just want them, as I said at the beginning, we want them to bring the genius within them. So we are not limiting them to like a few kind of things. We want them to just be creative. You can make balls out of it, like soccer ball from it. You can make nets from it. You can make like the full soccer net. You can make a volleyball net and all that from it. You can make raincoats. One of the kids from Streams in the Desert made raincoats from it, because she feels like when it's the rainy season, she don't have an umbrella, and this would be something that would help her within that time.
She made raincoats out of sachet.
Out of the sachet.
Such a was.
I tell you, it's just awesome. Like tomorrow you are going to see a ton of kids with different kind of things that they have made from this. They are going to this show it off to the whole community, walking all the way from Kassoa down, and it's just going to be beautiful.
So let me get this. Since you started this project, it's mind-blowing. People make raincoats out of sachet. It means we don't have to import a lot of things to make this produce. Has there been any support from any government official or any NGO, or it's just basically you?
Okay, this has just been basically Maven had. We have not gotten any support from government or anything like that. It has just been families, friends that have been supporting, and they have just been helping us to like just push this. And and that is how we've just been going. But presently, we want people to come in to support majorly from the educational sector, which we are focused on, because we need to be able to like groom great kids, you know, because if we are not able to educate these particular kids, then we are putting our future in jeopardy.
Okay.
So we need to focus on these kids, and this is why we need people. We can't do it alone. Friends and families that are supporting, they can just do a bit. But when we have companies, we have like organizations, we come together and be able to do this, we can do really great things.
Do you think that you are the volunteer, Winter? Do you think that it would be a good idea for the government to add this to the curriculum of students?
I mean, 100%.
Okay.
Like, I think for a kid, the most important thing about this is that this thinking of like, okay, you have something, I drink this, and then afterward it has no worth anymore.
Yeah.
I just drop it because I don't care anymore. But if you give this piece, this empty piece, a worth, like if you make it a part of something, then people like Ghana will be like the beautiful, most beautiful place on the whole world. I mean, it's right now beautiful, but when that thing, when like all the waste goes away and people, I mean, these things look good. Like I would wear, like totally wear a pure water Sacha t-shirt instead of this one.
Yes. And even our other volunteers carry the pure water bag around. They use it like day to day. It's not like they use this pure water bag. We have like pencil bags from it which students can use. We have organizations like Trashy Bag who also make like school bags from it, which we have been talking to and looking for ways we can be able to like work with them, so they can be able to even make the school bags so that the kids can be able to use that. But we need the fund to be able to do that, and that is where we really need support from anyone that is willing to. We need people to partner with us to be able to like do this particular thing. Make this waste shouldn't be waste, because we can make use of these particular things.
But when you look at Ghana, you see some other parts of the world, they have where you only drop bottles so that they can be easily recycled. But in Ghana, when you go to our refuse dumps, we have Banku from yesterday, we have Banchi from 2 years ago, we have plantain and all those things together in one thing. So how you, like when kids even go out to look for these sachet rubbers, they have to, they would come up to a lot of refuses or rubbish. So how do you people help these kids, to get just the sachet rubbers?
So I think when you want to like go to like this high, you have to start from this place.
Okay.
So one thing we are doing majorly is helping them to like figure out taking the rubbers out first. Those particular ones that can't decompose, we want to like help them to like get the knowledge of like taking them out. Then we now help them understand that, okay, now bottles should not be with this because bottles cannot melt us. Then Banku and all that can be used for like manuals or stuff like that. So they should be separated, and these are the kind of things that we want to be able to like teach our kids and help them know that, okay, these are ways to separate these things, and this is what to do with this, and this is how we can make use of all this. So we are trying to like put up a community where there will be no waste.
Okay.
Because we need to start thinking in that particular format, so that we can be able to save the world itself. Because our world is dying right now, and we need to take action like now.
When Paul was talking, he said when you got to the community, people were helping you out. The parents of these kids, were they in support of what you were doing?
Also kind of, but like we went out of the school, and all of a sudden just a lady from a neighbor lady to the school was just coming and giving us this big bag. She like saved for us and said, here you go, take this. And
they were just in support of you. Parents were not angry that I brought my child to school to study, not to go outside and pick sachet rubber.
Parents, we want to involve parents this way, because also this program has also like a whole thing on education, because when the kids see that they